Francis Ngannou is hoping to pull off an upset win against Anthony Joshua, and pros are warning Anthony not to take the fight. Teddy Atlas really thinks that Francis might have a chance if he can manage to make contact with Anthony's chin, and Teddy stated, "Ngannou is a great athlete. He's confident. He has the mental toughness and the belief in himself. Joshua is a guy some people think is a little chinny. We know Ngannou can punch. If he can put his hand on that chin, who knows? But you'd have to figure Joshua is a favorite." Frank Warren also thinks that Francis has a good chance of beating Anthony up, and Frank stated, "It's a very intriguing fight, and it's been spiced up by his performance against Tyson. It's his second fight as a boxer, but he's had a long career with the UFC and was very successful there. He was the undisputed champion. As Tyson will tell you, he does punch. Infighting, that's their game, MMA fighters. And you're talking about the top level, about somebody who shaped up and looked like a boxer against Tyson. We know he can box, we know he can punch, and he doesn't stand square on like most MMA fighters. He can fight either southpaw or orthodox, so it's an intriguing fight. If he catches AJ, who knows? The one thing AJ's got going into this fight is that he's seen Ngannou in a boxing ring, whereas Tyson didn't have that luxury." Frank Warren even made a bet with Eddie Hearn and gave more details on why he has faith in Ngannou. Frank stated, "Do they think it's easy? He has the benefit that Tyson didn't. There's some footage of Ngannou, and he's seen him in the ring with the best heavyweight in the world. What will Ngannou have learned from his first fight? Now he knows what he has to do to improve. His team did their homework on Tyson and got some of it right, whereas Tyson is undefeated. AJ has a couple of defeats on his record. Will he look to that for inspiration? I'm sure he will. We've got to sort out the weights," Warren said, "because there's 5 fights. There will be a winner, and one of the teams will win unless we get a draw. To make it a little bit more spicy, I'd like to have a wager on it with Hearn as well. I'd be willing to bet £1 million. There's a lot of pressure on AJ because he's the guy who's expected to win. Ngannou's in a position where he has nothing to lose, so it will be quite interesting." Francis Ngannou really believes that he is going to knock Anthony out, and he made sure to make his vision clear to the fans.
If I land a punch, a knockout will happen. It's hard to say like the one that I landed because I didn't really land on Tyson Fury. You know, I think it was a punch that hit his shoulder and then slide out up of his head, so it wasn't a clean shot.
Spencer Oliver really doesn't think that Anthony can afford to underestimate Ngannou, and Spencer stated, "Listen, forget Ngannou's record. He's 0-1. He lost to Tyson Fury. A lot of people felt that he won that fight or that it could have even been a draw. And he had the WBC champ down in the 3rd round. So he's a credible opponent and a live wire and a dangerous fighter. This is a potential banana skin for Joshua. He's looking to become a 3-time world heavyweight champion. You look at that and go, I like this fight stylistically, and Ngannou will bring the fight to Joshua. It's an interesting fight. Maybe Fury never trained as hard as he should have trained, but I think that it was going in there with no fear factor, thinking, I've just got to turn up to win, and I think that's what we saw in Fury's performance." According to Dewey Cooper, Mike Tyson is still a huge part of Francis' training and boxing career, and he stated he made an agreement with Mike Tyson that if he did a boxing fight, Mike would have to work his corner because Mike Tyson was so influential in Francis wanting to take this journey. Mike had to be part of it. He trained Francis when he could. He had a very busy schedule. He and I are good friends, so whenever he came in, he took over. It's Mike Tyson. Whatever way Francis wants Mike Tyson to be involved, he will be. I love Mike. We go way back before any of this Francis Ngannou UFC stuff was happening anyway. So I hope he will come through like he did last time and keep implementing his mentality and technique. I'm sure he will, but either way, Ngannou is going to be prepared and ready to go against Anthony Joshua. Daniel Cormier has a lot of faith in Francis being able to beat Anthony Joshua.
I'm happy for Francis. When good things happen to people that have been through a lot, it really does fill you up. Now, he's got to do what he did last time, but he has to be a little bit more ferocious. Francis needs to be ferocious. He needs to intimidate him with size, and that's where Francis holds advantages. Because while these guys have boxed their whole life, Francis is not throwing his punches from the same ways that they're used to seeing their whole life. Now, on paper, should he win? Yes. He should beat a guy that is 0-1 in his professional boxing career. But as Francis Ngannou has shown time and time again, he don't play by the rules that everybody else play by. I was one of the people that just thought he had no chance against Tyson Fury. I don't know. You asked me this 6 months ago, I'd have said no chance. You asked me today, I think Francis has a chance. And I think Francis is going to get it done.
Anthony Joshua has stuck with his coach, Ben Davison, and he believes that his style of coaching will help him. Anthony stated, "The reason I was able to gel with Ben is because he doesn't try to change your style. He kind of looks at your attributes and adds to what you're good at. I went to a stage where I was trying to change my style, a bit of back foot boxing, box behind the jab, stick and move, not be explosive, control the pace and stuff like that. But Ben was like, that's not your body type. You're a big unit. You're explosive. Go and knock people out. Basically, work to your body type. So we got along in that sense. He gets it." Anthony Joshua already seemed to be looking past Francis when he tried to get information about what to expect when going against Tyson Fury.
He will do the same thing, so we'll make the knockout chaos.
Did you respect Tyson Fury's power? Did you respect Fury's power?
I respect everybody's power. Even if you put me against a fighter where I respect him, I respect his power. Everybody is a danger.
Of course, analysts are looking at Francis being a much bigger threat than originally anticipated.
Darren Barker, I heard on DAZN yesterday, made a great point. He was like, if Ngannou wins this, boxing as we know it in the modern day has changed forever. And he's right. And I think we're all being a lot more cautious this time, because I'm certainly not saying anything because I can't risk it.
And would you be surprised, Barry? And would you be surprised if Anthony Joshua goes in there and ends it in a round or two? I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be slightly surprised.
No.
But I won't dare say it again.
No.
I won't dare say it.
Because the counter to that is, I wouldn't be surprised if Ngannou turns up and he's better than he was against Fury.
I was press yesterday, and I've already said it. I've said it. I think Joshua gets it done within 6 rounds.
Yeah.
I just think
that's my prediction as well. However,
you've said it. No,
it's too late. Because Ngannou, Francis, to his absolute credit, we've all got egg on our face, and we don't look like we gave people that are coming over from another discipline anywhere near enough credit or respect. And he's made us eat those words.
Francis warned Anthony about what he planned to do to him in the ring.
I'm going to fight him, so what do you think I'm going to do? Is to look for his chin. I mean, that's what happened in the fight. In case in the fight, you're trying to hit somebody in the chin or wherever you can hit him, right? And then, yes, I heard that he doesn't have a chin. I don't know if it's true or not. We're gonna find out. I hope I had an opportunity to test that out. That's my wish.
Martin Bakoli really thought that Francis would be able to come away with the win against Anthony, and he stated, "Fury took Ngannou easy, not too serious. He thought he would stop him by round 5, but Ngannou took it seriously and thought that if he stops Tyson Fury, he'll make a name for himself in boxing." To be honest, Joshua is going to be different to Fury because Joshua saw Ngannou was coming to box versus Fury as well. He will take it seriously. Ngannou as well is coming into it, wanting to make a name for himself in boxing. Everyone is surprised at how good he looked after the Tyson Fury fight. He's a good man, he's got a good heart, and he's got everything up there. If he lands on Joshua, I think that he will stop him because this time he's taking it seriously as well, and he will be working hard on it, his boxing skills. Adam Smith knows that Anthony has everything to lose and little to gain, but he also believes that this will be a big year for him.
AJ takes a risk every single time he goes in. He's a 2-time champion. He's got all the money in the world. He doesn't need to fight. He's a very competitive individual. He wants to become a 3-time champion. He wants to fight Tyson Fury. And look, Ngannou's in his way. That's how he looks at it. It's business. I like the fact that Joshua's keeping momentum now. I like the fact he's fighting regularly. I think that's going to put him in great stead. And if he gets the job done on March the 8th, then he'll go into, hopefully, the winner of Fury Usyk, or certainly in that mix, if not a Hrgovic or a Wilder, if Wilder comes back again. It's a big year, 2024 for Joshua, but accidents happen, heavyweight boxing. We all saw what happened with Andy Ruiz Jr. in the Garden, and he's not going to underestimate this guy, certainly not the power.
Meanwhile, other people such as Lennox Lewis really just believe that this is all just a big spectacle with little meaning in the heavyweight division. And Lennox Lewis stated, "Ngannou's fight with Tyson Fury was a spectacle. This fight with AJ is also a spectacle. spectacle. Hats off to Ngannou for making the most of his opportunities. He's done nothing wrong. This is just the HW division in the year 2024. Gabe Rosado really doesn't think that Anthony can afford to take Francis lightly, and he hopes that Anthony prepares for this fight better than Francis Ngannou did. Gabe stated, "It's going to be entertaining because Ngannou can actually fight. I don't think Tyson was in tip-top shape going into that fight, but I think Ngannou could fight anyway. What I'm saying is, I think Joshua can't take him lightly. It'll end up looking like how it did for Tyson." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.